Good morning, my friends, and welcome. I have a beautiful Be Blessed summertime wreath for you today. In today's crafting adventure, I'm going to show you step by step how to make this beautiful Be Blessed summertime wreath. I absolutely love how this wreath turned out. Let me show you how to make it. To get started on today's project, you're going to need a wire wreath form. This is the 14-inch wire wreath form that you can pick up at Dollar Tree. Now they have several different colors. They have gold, silver, black. You can use whatever color you can find in your store. It doesn't matter. You will also need 3 packages of the Poly Pro mesh ribbon. This is really nice ribbon. It is weatherproof. 5.5 inches by 10 yards. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It regularly retails for $8.99, but I never pay full price for their mesh. I always wait until it's on sale and then I stock up. Usually it'll go 40 or 50% off. You're also going to need some pipe cleaners cut in half. I have my mesh laid out and I'm cutting it into strips at 12 inches, and I prefer to use a rotary cutter, but if you don't have a rotary cutter, a good pair of scissors will work. Now normally when I cut my mesh, I do tend to layer it if I'm using multiple rolls. It just makes cutting it quick work. Now we're going to be using my rose bundle method today. It is a great method. It's no fray and you can use it with Dollar Tree mesh as well as quality mesh. So you have your strip here cut into 12 inches. You want to make a tube and lay the cut ends over themselves by about an inch. You press down, turn to the side, then you want to grab and make sure your ends are all lined up, and then you fold in by about 1/2 inch, and then you continue to fold across, which is about 4 folds, and this is what you have. So all of your cut ends are all tucked in so you can't see them. You take your 1/2 pipe cleaner. I always lay it onto the flat side, so you have your flat side and you have your seam side. You want to pull the ends to the seam side. That will be your bottom. And then I always like to fold it in half. This way I can make sure that I'm in the center. Pinch nice and tight and give it a good twist. Okay, so there you have 2 little heads that look like the center of a rose, and that's why I call it the rose bundle. I will show you again. Okay, I'm going to work on making some of my bundles and then I'll come back and show you how to attach it to the wreath form. I have some of my bundles made and we're going to start to attach these to our wreath form. Now in between each section, and a section is between the 2 crossbars on the wreath form, you're going to be placing approximately 15 bundles. And this wreath has 6 sections, so you'll need a total of about 90 bundles for the base. Now you can reduce that if you don't want to use 3 rolls. You can reduce it to 2 rolls and then only put 10 in each section. But on this wreath I wanted it to be a little bit wider and thicker, so I added an additional 5 bundles and an additional roll. But that is up to you depending on how thick you want. On this wreath, I'm using 3 rolls of the mesh and I'm placing 15 bundles in each section. So to start off, to attach your bundles, you want to feed in from the front to the back. Place it around those 2 bars there in the center. You're going to pull that nice and snug. Give a twist or 2. Pull your pipe cleaners together, push them forward, and move your bundle over. You're going to be applying 2 bundles here in the center to those 2 bars. Okay, then your next one you're going to be placing on the 2 bars closest to the inside of the wreath. Give a twist or two, pull those together, tuck your pipe cleaners, move the bundle over, and then your next 2 are going to be on the center. Okay, so 2 on the 2 bars on the center, and then 1 on the 2 bars closest to the center of the wreath. Then 2 more on the 2 bars in the center of the form, and then 1 more here on the 2 bars closest to the center of your wreath. Now see, that makes it look nice and full. I like the texture. It makes it a little bit wider just by adding a few there in the center. And look at that, absolutely no fraying with my rose bundle. Beautiful. I'm going to work on my base here. I'm going to get some sections done, and then I'll come back and give you a peek at what it's looking like. I have 4 of my 6 sections completed, and I'm very happy with how the base is coming out. It's so nice and thick. I also like that it's nice and wide, but look at how beautiful that is, and absolutely no fraying at all. And here on the back you can see how I've been attaching. So I have 2 on the 2 bars in the center, and then 1 on the 2 bars here closest to the center of the wreath. And I just keep alternating 2 and 1, 2 and 1. And that gives you about 15 bundles per section. But look at how beautiful it is. I absolutely love the look of the rose bundle. Gorgeous. I'm going to finish my base, and then I'll come back and we'll move forward and decorate. And there you go. Our base is complete, and I am so happy with the end result. Look at how nice and thick that is. The feel is absolutely wonderful. And look at how beautiful that base is done in the rose bundle method, and absolutely no fraying. Just gorgeous. Now I did have a small amount of mesh left from the 3rd roll, which is nice. Let's set this aside and get our embellishments. So this is the sign that we're going to be using today, and I did pick this up from craftoutlet.com. I really do like that online store, and anyone can purchase from them. They have great prices, and I believe if you spend over a certain amount, shipping is free. But I really like the sign. This sign is also weatherproof. It is a new type of sign that they're carrying. It's almost like it's on a really sturdy foam board. It has just a very tiny give to it, but it is nice and sturdy. So to attach it onto my wreath, I've glued on 2 full-length pipe cleaners, and to make sure that they're nice and sturdy, I just added a little piece of ribbon over the top. So this little guy is ready to go onto our wreath. Now our sign here measures approximately 9.5 inches in diameter. And when I attached these, I made sure to mark from the front how I wanted it to sit, where the top and the bottom was, so I knew where to put my pipe cleaners. And normally I put my round signs right in the center, but today we're going to mix it up. I want to put it over here on the side. I think that is so pretty. On this side we're going to add a bow and some florals. And then I think it's going to be just a gorgeous wreath for summertime. Now to get this attached, you want to take your pipe cleaners, You want to move aside the mesh until you can get down to the wireframe, and then you can attach it anywhere on that wireframe that you need to get your sign to sit in the position that you want. I have my sign onto my wreath and it is nice and secure. Once you get your placement and you're happy with it, you want to make sure to trim down your pipe cleaners and tuck them forward like you did with your bundles. Now to decorate that, I have pulled out 2 of the fruit picks that you can get from Dollar Tree, and these have lemons on them, and they also have a little bit of the blooms and a couple different types of greenery. So I have 2 of those. This is my main greenery for the wreath today. And then I pulled out 1 of the plastic pick assortments. This has a similar green leaf as one of the greeneries in there, so I just pulled out 1. I'll cut each individual stem just if I need a little bit more greenery. And then to add a little bit more florals, I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or not. I'll wait till I get it on there, but I pulled out some small white flowers, and these are wild flowers from Floral Garden. And then I picked these really pretty yellow. It's called Queen Anne's Lace. This also comes from Floral Garden, Dollar Tree. And then this one is lavender, and this is the only thing that doesn't come from Dollar Tree as far as the greenery. And this I picked up from Walmart, and it was 97 cents. It's 14.5-inch lavender pick. You'll only need 1. Now before I put in my florals, I want to make my bow. So you're going to need a couple full-length pipe cleaners. And this is the 2 ribbons that I've chosen to use in my bow today. Now this one is 1.5 inches. I picked this one up from Craft Outlet. It was $3.22. I will include the item number. And then this one I picked up at Walmart, and it was $3.98. This is also 1.5 inches. So I'm going to start here with my really pretty bee and lemon ribbon, and this is why I went with the lemons to add to the wreath, along with the bee sign. I'm going to measure my tails here at 8 inches. I'm going to pinch and twist as I come through. On your tail, the nice side of your ribbon should be facing up, but as you come through and you start to make your loops, you want the nice side of your ribbon to face down. Now I'm going to be measuring my loops at 5 inches, and I'm going to make 3 loops on either side. Now I'm going to move on to this ribbon. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to measure my tail at 8 inches and pinch, twist as I come through. And again, I'm going to make 3 loops on either side at 5 inches. And now I'm going to go back to my lemon ribbon. Again, measure at 8 inches and pinch. And this time I'm going to make 5 loops, 3 on one side and 2 on the other, all at 5 inches. Okay, now to get my tail back over to the other side, I'm going to come through the small dowel rod here in the front and the large dowel rod. This just allows me to leave a little bit more of the ribbon on this side, so when I tie it off, my tail is on the correct side. You want to take one full length pipe cleaner, slide it down on one side until you get next to the dowel rods, lift up, I pull it together, and then I kind of push down so it's nice and taut, and then pinch right at the base of where my pipe cleaners are there, and then lift out. That helps keep everything stacked. Now you want to make sure you have that little piece of the ribbon there in front on the correct side. Then wrap those pipe cleaners around the center and pull to the back. And just nice and snug. This is a big bow. And give a couple good twists. Now you can see all those different ribbons. Okay, you want to pull all your tails down and then open up your loops. And this I want to be just kind of like a messy bow. So I'm not going to worry too much about where the loops go, other than I want the one here in the center, and then the rest just kind of open and pull them in different directions until you get them all open. Now if you need to adjust any of your loops, you need to go right down to where it comes out. That's where you need to do your adjusting, whether you need to twist it or pull it to get it to lay the way you want. Okay, so that's approximately what your bow is going to look like. I'll do my final adjusting and I will trim my tails once I get it onto my wreath. I have my bow attached. I went through and fluffed everything out. Now to attach your bow, you do the same thing that you did with the sign. You just separate your mesh, feed the pipe cleaners down, and attach it anywhere on the wire frame that you need to get your bow to sit in the position that you want. I'm very happy with that. I wanted a nice big kind of round bow to mimic the round sign. And now I want to fill in on either side of the bow here with some of my florals. So here on my picks, I just kind of worked them out. I pulled, made sure all the greenery was facing in the correct direction. Kind of pulled forward and angled my lemons so that they come in, and then also did a little bit of a curve to the side so that it will follow the shape of the wreath. So I'm going to add one of the fruit picks here to each side, and then I'm going to fill in with a little bit more greenery and the florals. Add some hot glue and then feed it in till you get it into the position you want. You want to make sure you get good contact with the mesh so that your pick doesn't release and fall off. Once you get your picks glued in, go ahead and do a little adjusting. Make sure that they're laying the way that you want. If not, then readjust them. Now I'm just going to go in and add a little bit more of the greenery. I only have like 3 pieces, so I'll put one larger piece on either side just to help fill in the background. And now I'm going to add just a little bit of the lavender. I have 4 stems, so I'm going to place 2 on either side. Oh, I think that looks just so pretty. Now I think that's plenty of greenery, so I'm not going to add any more. I'm happy with that. I think it looks very pretty. I don't want to cover up all of my base. I still want to see some of the base peeking out here and there. But there is one more item that I would like to add, and they are these cute little adorable bees that I picked up at Dollar Tree. And I have several here. They do come with a little sticky dot here on the back. I don't use those. I just peel them off and then I attach them with hot glue. So you just add a small dab of hot glue and you can place it wherever you would like. Put one here on the ribbon. I think it adds that perfect final addition. I'm going to go ahead and add in my bees and then I'll be back and I'll show you the finished product. And there you go. Our wreath is complete. I attached all of my bees and I did use all 9 of them. I did put a couple right onto the deco mesh, and then the others, as you can see, I just kind of scattered in the greenery. I put a couple there on the bow. But I am so happy with the end result. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And this is a perfect wreath to go outside. The mesh and the sign are both weatherproof. And normally I don't have any issues with quality ribbon or greenery, even if I pick the greenery up from Dollar Tree. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's wreath tutorial. I had so much fun doing my rose bundle for the base. I think it came out absolutely gorgeous, and I love how everything just pulled together beautifully. If you like craft tutorials and hauls, you're going to want to check out these other videos. Thanks so much for stopping by. You know it's always a pleasure to see you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.